Old School Pokemon here. Today's video, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a few things that I recently purchased, mainly for resale. One of the items here at the end, not really quite sure what I want to do with it just yet, but we'll talk about that one as we go through everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop right into it, and as we go through everything, I'll kind of talk about each purchase, my thoughts, what I paid, all of that fun stuff. So first off, we have a whole bunch of PSA graded cards that I actually purchased from a subscriber of the YouTube channel. So if you, the person who sold me all these cards to me, are watching this video, thank you again for selling me everything. Really do appreciate that. But, so yeah, this is what I purchased from that individual. Not sure if he wants me to mention his name here, but he basically reached out through Instagram, had a whole bunch of pretty good stuff that he wanted to sell, and I ended up purchasing it off of him. So, starting things off, we have a few holo cards, starting it off with a few PSA Gem Mint 10 Unlimited base set cards with the Alakazam right there. We've got the Chansey PSA Gem Mint 10 right there. I did not realize how expensive this card was until I was looking up pricing for this particular collection. The last sold listing on the Chansey right here was from Z&G Emporium for, I believe it was $2,600 via an eBay auction. So relatively expensive for the Chansey. It is a really tough card to grade in a PSA 10 with the amount of holo on this card right here. But yeah, I was kind of surprised by the pricing on that card right there. But anyway, we got the Chansey right there. We've got the Machamp right there. We've got the Mewtwo right there. We've got the Ninetales right there. PSA Gem Mint 10. Really wish that was the no damage Ninetales, but unfortunately, it's just an unlimited base set Ninetales right there. So we got that one. And then finally, we also have an Aquapolis Espeon PSA Mint 9 on that card right there. So a few holo cards as part of this collection. The bulk of this collection was actually these cards right here, though. We have a complete PSA Mint 9 first edition base set, non-holo set, all 87 non-holo cards as part of the first edition base set. There's typically 86 cards within the non-holo base set. However, the first edition and the Shadowless base set both had two versions of the Pikachu. You had the Yellow Cheeks Pikachu and the Red Cheeks Pikachu, so that's what brings the number up to 87 cards. This set does contain both versions of the Pikachu, the Red Cheeks and the Yellow Cheeks Pikachu, so that's pretty cool right there. In terms of pricing on this particular collection right here, the seller and I agreed to $7,875 for everything, which was roughly about 70% of market value on everything. So overall, I think I did decently well on this pickup right here. I think it was a fair price for the seller and myself, where paid him a good amount, and I'll be able to make some money on the back end myself, specifically with these types of cards. These types of cards always sell well. The PSA 10 Unlimited base holos, those are relatively tough to grade as 10s, and there's relatively few eBay listings for those, so those should go well. The Aquapolis Espeon, really popular card, so shouldn't have any trouble selling that one. And then first edition base set PSA 9s, those always do well for me. You just have to price them well, meaning lowest list on eBay, similar to last solds, and there's enough last sold information to price those well enough where they sell well. So in terms of how I actually want to go about selling this set right here, my original thought was to sell everything as individual cards. However, I might go ahead and list it as either like a complete set, or break it up into like the complete rare set, uncommon set, and common set. There's both versions of the Pikachu right there. You got the Red Cheeks and the Yellow Cheeks right there. So yeah, I might try and list it as a complete set, or 3 mini complete sets with the rares, uncommons, and commons. My thinking behind that is just because right now, as I'm recording this video, nobody has a complete PSA 9 set listed on eBay. There's a few complete sets with all 102, 103 cards, including all the holos. However, there's no non-holo sets listed on eBay right now. And I know the first edition base non-holo sets, those used to do really well back when pricing was really cheap. There used to be a few people on eBay who would always have those available, and there was usually always sales of the complete sets. However, my logic is that I normally list everything as individual cards, and I do that because as you build larger and larger lots of cards, your buyer pool decreases, because not everyone is looking to purchase a complete set all at once, whether that be they just don't have the budget to purchase a complete set all at once, or they're already working on a PSA 9 first edition based non-holo set and they don't need all of the cards. They only need a select few of the cards. So as you add more and more cards into each listing, your buyer pool starts to decrease, because with individual cards, you might have people looking to complete their PSA 9 first edition base set missing a Professor Oak. Or you might have people who are just after certain Pokemon. Charmander, Squirtle, any of the starters, Pikachus. All those cards are really popular, and you might just have people looking to pick those cards up and not all of the other cards within the set. So, and then the other downside to selling a complete set is there's really no premium to having a complete set versus the individual cards. My pricing on a complete set would basically just be the sum of the individual cards. Of course, you're saving time, not having to deal with as many customers, not having to deal with as many offers, as many shipments going out. So you save a decent bit of time doing it that way. You also save a little bit in the shipping aspect, but on the flip side, you're really not getting any type of premium. So you're really not making a whole bunch more money. You're really just saving a little bit of time, a little bit of money on the shipping. So really not sure what I want to do with that just yet, but that'll be listed on eBay in the next coming weeks. Again, for the person who sold that collection to me, thank you again. Really do appreciate that. So next up, we actually have a whole bunch of these sampling and fun packs. Now, I only brought one of each down with me, but basically we have the Unified Minds sampling pack, we have the Cosmic Eclipse sampling pack. With the Sword and Shield era, they changed it from sampling packs to fun packs, but they're the same thing. So we got the Sword and Shield Rebel Clash, we've got the Darkness Ablaze fun pack, we've got the Vivid Voltage fun pack, and that was another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. So all five of these packs right here, I found someone on Facebook selling a whole bunch of these sampling packs. Unfortunately, by the time I got to that actual post on Facebook, it had already been a couple of hours since it was up, and he had already sold through a lot of these sampling packs. But I basically reached out to him and said I would buy the remainder that he had available. So we ended up working out a deal for 200 of each. So 200 Unified Minds, Cosmic Eclipse, Rebel Clash, Darkness Ablaze, and Vivid Voltage. Pricing on the packs was $1 per pack, which I thought was a really, really good deal. I've been selling them on eBay for $4.99 a piece, or all one of each, so all 5 packs for $24.99. On the lot of 5, I've been accepting offers of $20, so a little bit of a break there. But yeah, I thought that was a really good pickup. They've been selling slowly, but consistently. So I'll definitely take that. I'll probably have these for quite some time, but should do well with it on the back end. So I originally purchased 200 of each pack, and then after we did that deal, maybe about a week later, the seller reached out to me and said he also had a sealed case of the Unified Minds sampling packs, which a sealed case contains 1,000 Unified Minds packs. And so I ended up purchasing that as well off of him for the same price of $1 per pack, so $1,000 for the sealed case. So I have a ton of the Unified Minds sampling packs that I'll list as individual packs. I'll do the lot of 5 packs as well, and then I'm probably going to start running auctions of like 5 to 10 Unified Minds sampling packs, see how those do. For those of you who don't know exactly what the sample or the fun packs are, it's kind of like a promotional pack that came out shortly before the actual set comes out, and within these packs you get 3 cards. Now there's no kind of ratios for hits with these packs right here. It's a complete random assortment of cards that you're going to get out of these packs. I believe that you can get hit cards out of these packs. I'm not sure on that. If someone knows, comment below if you can actually get hit cards out of these packs. I believe you can, but you could also get like 3 common cards. So in my opinion, it's really not worth opening these packs. I think these are more so meant for sealed collectors like myself who want to collect one of each artwork, but people do open these as well. So anyway, really happy with that purchase right there. Like I said, it's probably going to take me quite some time to sell through them because there's not a ton of interest in these types of packs, but I think there is enough interest that they'll do well in the long term. It's similar to this pack right here. So back a couple of years ago, I purchased a ton of these Detective Pikachu 2-card packs. These are the packs that were given out at movie theaters with the ticket purchase for the Detective Pikachu movie. And back a couple of years ago, like I said, I purchased a whole bunch of these packs for right around $1 a piece. And these have been selling incredibly well for me on eBay and TCG Player. I sell them on eBay between $2.99 and $3.99, depending upon how many packs you're purchasing. And as I'm recording this video, I've sold somewhere like 2,500 of these Detective Pikachu packs. So ton of these packs over the years. And it's just something that is a consistent seller. I sell at least 1, maybe 2 every single day. Sometimes, some days more than that. And it's something that's easy to ship. I'm making a decent bit of money even after the shipping, so I'm fine doing a play like that. But yeah, so that's something I want to talk about right there. So I think these sample and fun packs will be similar to the Detective Pikachu packs. It won't be as good, I don't believe, because the Detective Pikachu packs these are pretty cool because you get a random holo from the Detective Pikachu set. So in this case, we got the Charmander right there. And then you also get this promo right here, SM190 Detective Pikachu. And the promo is actually worth, you can sell the promos for $2-3 a piece. And the promos actually sell well as well. So yeah, the Detective Pikachu packs I think are a little bit better, but I'm hoping to do decently well on the sampling packs over the years as well. So that was another purchase I made. And then the final purchase of this video, the one that I had mentioned in the beginning of this video about not really sure what I want to do with, is this guy right here. So the December Rare Candy auction, I won this item off of them for $1,812 shipped to my door. And this theme deck display case is, so for those of you who don't know, this is a 2-player starter deck theme deck display case. Contains 8 of the 2-player starter decks. You got 4 on this side and then 4 on this side. Now, I've talked about these previously in a previous video, so I'm sure there's a lot of you who already know what this is. But basically, it's got the clear wrapping, so it doesn't have the Wizards of the Coast wrapping like your typical theme deck display cases. On the bottom, you only have 1 country code. There's no additional country code information along this bottom part right here. And then if you actually shake the display case, all the theme decks, you can hear a rattling noise, which basically means that the individual theme decks themselves are broken up into 2 different compartments. So if you actually open one of the theme decks, you're going to notice kind of a divider down the middle here. Basically, the top half of the theme deck contains your deck of 60 cards, and then the bottom half of the theme deck contains your damage counters. Now, that was only the case in packaging for the shadowless version. If you have the version where everything is kind of, it sounds like it's like a thudding noise, that means that everything is packaged together. You have 2 stacks of 30 cards, you have the Machamp, you have the rulebook, you have the damage counters, all packaged together. And if you shake it around, it's just going to make a thudding noise because there's like a little bit of space on either side. So the whole package will kind of thud back and forth. But if you shake this one, you're going to hear like a distinct rattle noise, and that's the damage counters freely moving around on the bottom half. So if you listen, you can hear it. So you hear that rattle noise, that's the damage counters on the bottom half, which tells me that the cards inside of this display case, inside of each of these theme decks, are definitely going to be shadowless cards. And all of that was actually mentioned within the Rare Candy listing. They said it was clear wrapped, it had 1 country code, the damage counters were loose on the bottom, with a high probability of the cards inside being shadowless. From my experience, even more so than a high probability, it's basically a guarantee that the cards inside are going to be shadowless, and that is only true with the 2-player starter decks. It's not true for the base set theme decks, but with the 2-player starter decks, it is true. Plus, you also have a few other signs. You have the openings of the theme decks are on the side, which you can tell that a little bit better on this side. So the theme deck opens from the side. It doesn't open from the top and the bottom. That's another sign that this is one of the earlier runs of the 2-player starter decks. If it opens from the top and the bottom, it's definitely going to be unlimited. But if it opens from the side, it's either going to be shadowless, which if it's shadowless, you're going to hear that rattle, or it's going to contain the Diglett error cards, which basically if you have an opening from the side and you hear a thudding noise, meaning everything is packaged together, it's probably going to contain the Diglett error cards. So yeah, like I said, I paid $1,812 for this display case right here. If you divide that by 8 for 8 total decks, that comes out to $266.50 per individual theme deck. Shadowless 2-player starter decks sell for about $500 a piece on eBay. They don't sell super quickly, but you could definitely get around there on eBay. So my original intention with this display case was to open it and sell the individual decks themselves. I was planning on listing them for $599.99 a piece and accepting any offer above $500. If I did that, I could probably double my money on this purchase right here. However, I absolutely love collecting theme deck display cases, absolutely love the Shadowless base set, and this display case right here is in relatively good shape. There's a few scratches on the plastic wrap itself, but there's really no crushes or tears or bends or anything like that in the cardboard, so it's in relatively good shape. I do already have one of these within my theme deck display case collection, but I might stick this one into my collection as well, just because you really don't see these pop up very often. They are definitely getting tougher and tougher to find, so not really sure what I want to do with this one just yet, but for now I'm going to keep it sealed and we'll see what happens with this one. But anyway, that is all I have for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.